So Ben, this is your first event witnessing bare knuckle boxing live. Overall, what are your first impressions of the sport?
Impressions are that's why it's growing so fast. It's just nonstop action. Every combat sport fan, this is what they love to see. There's no downtime. There's no stalling. It's literally just two guys beating each other. You hear that on the face. Out in the crowd. Seeing it live is just like seeing it on TV. It just doesn't do it justice. Just like it's all combat sports, seeing it live. But this is, that bare knuckle. This that is hitting someone's face, and it's just you keep feeling and hearing it, and seeing it live is awesome. The crowd is cool. The knockouts, as usual, getting the crowd in an uproar. But there's just so much action prior to the knockouts because these guys are just nonstop back and forth. Even in boxing, it's there's a lot of strategy and technique, and this is just guys are going for blood. And I mean, it's a fan-friendly sport, and definitely my cup of tea.
So you signed with the promotion. Obviously, you made a big waves in combat sports world. When can we expect you to make your debut? Because we haven't heard on that end.
Yeah, so I guess you can't quote it, but I'm being told hard September is as of right now that I was being told. I was really anticipating to fight sooner. Even fighting tonight would have worked for me, and then I was, maybe August. They said no, it's definitely going to be in September. So, location, opponent, obviously waiting for all of that. So, as soon as it comes out, I can't wait to share it. Get busy.
When you see the fights out here, does it excite you to get in there?
It's like, it's not, I was already excited. Now I'm just like, I got a whole bunch of emotions. It's like anger because I'm not getting to fight. And, there's, of course, excitement. And there's just a lot of emotions going on right now because, I'm already going on waiting too long for a fight. My last fight was in November, and I already had a bad taste in my mouth from that. So I'm ready to get going. I'm ready to go now. If you guys keep it up, I'm going to just fight one of you.
Training-wise,
No, thank you.
training-wise, what are you doing now to get prepared for bare knuckle instead of MMA?
So all the time I'd spend doing wrestling, jiu-jitsu is just now boxing. So it's just boxing with boxing and more boxing, lots of striking. My gym still teaches MMA, so I still have to coach throwing kicks and elbows and knees and MMA to help my guys out. But my personal training is just all the strength and conditioning and now boxing, more mitts, more sparring. Hitting mitts with the bare knuckle is cool. Hands feel fast. So doing some things like that. So.
Do you prefer just doing boxing now and not having to worry with the takedowns and all that stuff?
It's fun. I mean, at my age, there's no doubt that wrestling and jiu-jitsu it's tough. Even when you're just training, it's a lot of wear and tear on the body. And I'm really enjoying the output that I'm giving right now. A lot of training and not having long recovery times. My arms are getting a lot sore than normal because I'm throwing so much more hands. Even when I was just striking a lot, I was throwing kicks and knees. It's crazy how that takes away some of the toll on the arms. But other than that, my arms are adapting, and I'm coming into my own and excited to show my skills.
Ben, we've seen in BKFC that the promotion has given the freedom to a lot of athletes to do both bare knuckle boxing and MMA. Do you plan on doing MMA in the future, or is that chapter closed and you're solely focused on bare knuckle boxing?
So on MMA Junkie, right when I signed, they did an interview, and that was the headline that I wasn't keeping the door closed. I just think, like, with everything in my life, I keep doors open. I don't say, no to anything. There's always possibilities. But right now, I'm 100% committed to this. All my training, everything is boxing in this. And my intentions are to do well and to stay here as long as I can. I really don't care about going anywhere else or trying anything else.
How excited are you just to be doing something now? This is a new chapter for you. And does it rejuvenate anything for you as well, as far as during your career?
It's a yes, no. Half of me, I have a ground game, jiu-jitsu game, and a submission game that the underground knows very well about. People, I think my opponents knew. And for me, it was really upsetting because my last 7 fights, I wasn't showing. I got a couple of submissions in there, but I really think I could have won all some of my fights if I implemented more wrestling and more of my jiu-jitsu. And that's just something, even to this day, I know I have a huge advantage over the heavyweights with my ground being the way it is, how well I can fight off my back. Not many heavyweights can do that. So it's sad that I didn't get to really show how good I am at that, even though people in the ground know. So moving on, the exciting part is I love knocking people out. You look at my 50-plus fights, all my wins, I have a lot of knockouts. And even top of that, I have one of the highest finishing ratios in all of the UFC, all of MMA, for how many fights I have. And I'm going to bring that right into the BKFC and go out. I go forward and I finish fights and get the crowd as loud as I can.
And just real quick, did you get a chance to watch Alan Belcher's recent fight? Another UFC guy that's in the heavyweight division in BKFC and thriving. He's doing quite well.
Yeah, yep, for sure. I trained with Alan. It's been a while. I mean, because he retired. It's been like 8-9 years ago. Did a little bit with him, but he's a nice guy. I got to know him, so of course I watched him out of that. He's doing really well. But 220 pounds. I think a lot of heavyweights are showing like they're fast, but I really have a dynamic I'm going to bring to the table. They're allowing, a type of clinching, and it's something that really works well for me, and I think it's going to give these guys a lot of trouble, and I don't think people are going to look forward to fighting me.
And I'm assuming that the gold, the belt, is something that's on your mind. How far do you think you are from fighting for the title, and thoughts on the champion, Arnold Adams?
Yeah, he's talented. The top 5 guys here are all talented boxers. They got good hands. Obviously, the champ. He's not. He's telling me he's like 275 pounds, so he is a real heavyweight too. Big guy, knows how to fight, and should make a great fight. We get to fight each other. But my first and foremost, got to take this first fight, and I got to put some exciting wins together. I believe if I go out and do that, and I do well, it'll come. The title shot will come, and that'll take care of business.
Are you more interested in the title shot, or there's the BKFC signing big names like Greg Hardy, Alan Belcher? Are you interested in the bigger name fights, or the title is the goal?
I think any fighter, business-wise, you want the title. It's just a given. For me, it's just getting everybody on board wanting me to see. That's what I don't want to go in and be like, why is this guy fighting for it? I want to come in, pay my dues. I'm an old school guy. I'm all about that. Pay my dues, get people excited, and it's all going to happen. And then we'll just stack the bodies. So I don't care. Big name, no name, I don't care. It ends the same.
And doing the boxing training and all, and gearing on that now, will you bring other different types of sparring partners or even coaches in to help you with that?
So I have a full, remember I had a heavy, well-known world-class Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu coach with me and a strength coach, stuff like that. So they've we know now, moved on. I have a straight boxing coach. I have he's brought in boxers, heavyweights with me. So besides having my other training partners, I got a 6'7" heavyweight that spars with me regularly. But now I have heavyweights coming in from Chicago, Milwaukee, and they're all going to help me get ready. So I'll be prepared.
Would a fight with Greg Hardy interest you?
I know certainly a lot of people are interested in that. A lot of people have been saying it. So I don't know when that's going to happen. Maybe the next fight. It's inevitable, I'm sure. My plan is to fight all these guys. So fight as many times as I can.
I appreciate the time, Ben. Thank you.